Okay, this is GeoJeff's Metro. I'm GeoJeff. Wanted to throw out a little update that we've been doing for maybe a few months, but many weeks. On the valve covers, if you've ever popped your valve cover off, or if you have yet to pop one off, you'll find a lot of times you'll break the valve cover, you're prying on it. This is the factory valve cover washer that goes on it. It's got a steel piece on the top and a rubber piece that's been pressed into it. After years and years of it getting hard, it gets stuck on the threads, and you simply can't get the valve cover off. You gotta pry. They're just horrible. And if you've been through this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. For the longest time, we were just siliconing the bolts or the hole up and running the nut down and torquing it. That actually works just fine. But what we switched to, because the silicone doesn't look clean. So on this particular car, I wanted to show you. What we've got is a copper washer that we bought. It's a 6mm. It's fairly thick, but the trick is it's copper, so it has a little squish to it. And you can see we've set one on here, and then we're just putting the stock and nut down, and then you're using a castle nut, obviously, so the oil doesn't leak up around the threads. And now when you tighten it, you're tightening it fully tight, and you're compressing it against the valve cover gasket only, and not the grommet and then the valve cover gasket. Because another thing that a lot of people run into is valve covers leak. It seems like all the time for the first couple times you take them on and off, or you're playing with them after you've had them on and off after years of them being stuck on. You'll compress the O-ring here, compress the gasket here, and then after it gets hot and cold over several, I don't know, many times driving back and forth to work, the gasket's left loose and the valve cover starts to leak. Generally it leaks on top of the tranny here. So this seems to help us out a lot there too. So on your castle nut, just don't use the factory washer. Just throw those away if they're in your headset kit or your valve cover kit or whatever you're doing. And I'd like to give you a part number for these, but I'll just tell you they're 6mm. I think they're, well, you know what, they look like they're brass. I was thinking copper. They're probably brass. Is that what it says on the box?
Right.
Yeah, so, where's the top of it? There we go. Just dropped a few of them. Let's see. So it's a 6mm flat washer in brass. Copper would work just fine too. But I think you'll find that that little update right there, at a later date when you want to pop the valve cover off and you don't want to fight those factory grommets, this is just a huge time saver. And they don't leak. They work really well. And good luck with it. That's a 50-cent fix that is worth time and time again, hours and hours of messing around sometimes.